Students were locked out of a school gate and then left there, and nobody cared. Not even the watchman could tell themselves, let me even put them here near the gate. Or maybe just outside here, not even entering the class, but at least somewhere. Students, girls, left outside, very dangerous. And the school principal is seated there, relaxed and enjoying that she has locked out kids who have been entrusted to her simply because of coming late to school. Some of them turned away for paying half the school fees. We had the kids say that. First of all, I want to condemn that act with the strongest terms possible. It's not fair for a lady who has grown up as a young girl until now mature to that level to be a principal, being not able to remember that girls undergo so many challenges, especially when they are left in such kind of insecure places. It's very sad. There's no excuse whatsoever that gave the principal the powers to decide to do such kind of a thing. Nothing at all. And when you listen to those kids speak, you could feel that indeed it is just a normal behavior of these principals. May this be the last act that parents or students are hearing about or experiencing. Let me take you through on some of the things that happened back in schools. Some schools back in the villages, a student goes to school without a ring paper. The first day, this person is returned home. Then you ask yourself, on the first day, honestly, what could the ring paper do? Even if it's cuts, they come after 1 week, 2 weeks, or even sometimes a month. But the first day, once you fail, you go home. Some of them are not able to afford these ring papers. Let me tell you, in the villages, people don't exchange goods to services, in that they give maize, beans to schools to enable these kids stay in school. Some of them go work in order for their kids to get services, that is education. Now you send this person home who does not have money. A kid stays at home for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 1 week, simply because you cannot get 1,000 to go and buy a ring paper. It's high time we protect parents and students, where they just behave the way they want. Teachers just behave, principals just do things the way they want, and they don't care what the parents experience. We know they need capitation in schools, but honestly, it cannot be in such a way that you're making it look like it's a do or die thing. Another school in Kisi here just decided to bring 10,000, to add 10,000 on top of the school fees in the name of construction money. So the parents were to add 10,000 on top of school fees. That's how these people, actually that school is a national school and it's well built. Well built. But they still feel like need to do more construction. If the school cannot accommodate more, bring in the people that at least the school can accommodate comfortably without stressing the parents with the additional amount of fee of about 10,000, even 2,000 is not, it's too much. We are condemning this kind of acts strongly. Parents, students, principals have taken advantage of that kind of a scenario where they even come up with projects like school fees, buying school bus, which is completely unnecessary at some point. Parents are forced to pay huge amount of money to buy school bus, which we can't account for. That money cannot be accounted for. We need ESCC to conduct proper checks on these schools. And the parents suffer, cry. A parent has a school fees of about 40,000 years and she has not paid or he has not paid. Then you tell this person there's an additional fee you're going to pay of about 5,000, 10,000, 2,000 again. And when a parent opposes, the principal hates the kid, hates the parent. In a scenario of a problem like school fees delay, they don't listen to this parent. They punish simply because he or she complained. As if that is not enough, let me share with you a story here that I'd shared before in other platforms. Principals decide to do one simple thing: come up with projects in school. These projects, they're either funded by CDF or parents. In a scenario they're funded by CDF, they liaise with MPs, the principal supplies this or that, as the CDF is being chewed. So you realize that the principal benefits either by supplying materials or getting some token from the MP. How do the MP benefit? They increase the cost of the construction. So they have been using that kind of a relationship to chew the money that is allocated for schools. For instance, a building costing 15 million, it's hiked to 20. Principal takes either 500,000, 500,000, or 1M. The contractor takes some amount, then the MP takes the rest. How much, for instance, 3 million could have, for the 5 million that have been wasted, how many students could it have paid for school fees? So many. Now, let me leave about the MPs alone. Let me go to the principals themselves. Principals decide to come with a project, they want to build this and that. But before they do that, they prepare. They have their hardwares where they're going to supply these materials from. So they directly benefit from this kind of constructions. So they ensure that if there are hardwares to survive, there must be a construction going on in school. So they eat from there. They hike the school, the amount of the money paid to cement, nails, iron sheets, or other materials simply to benefit more. And they don't care that this money came from parents, which are training back in the villages to raise this money. And eventually you realize that parents, sometimes kids are sent home because of this money, because it's included in the school fees. As if that is not enough, some of these principals, as they do construction back in schools, at home they're also doing them construction. So you've realized some of the materials they pay to the school, that the school pays, some goes to his home. For instance, if one tipper is taking, or 10 tippers are supposed to take sand to schools, 3 tippers go to his home. So constructions are concurrent here and there at the same time. So you realize that they're using the school to build their own properties on the expense of the parents. Then they decide to chase students home. Some of them are so greedy that they cannot see a student with school fees in school and then leave them like that. We'll start mentioning these schools one by one. That school in Makadara did the worst thing. Right now, people have just opened the first week. You will see students walking on the road with uniform simply because they've been chased away from school because of school fees. These acts must come to an end. The Ministry of Education should ensure that they have followed up how money is spent in schools. We must ensure that we protect parents, protect students, and clean up in our schools. Clean our schools. I don't know what's your take on how principals behave, but if there's an experience you have with them, any of the principals, please let me see it on the comment section. Let me see it on the comment section as we share this so that we can be able to stop these people.